We have a lot of conversations about how, girl children are raised to be independent. They're also raised to work very hard and be hygienic and pursue education. We hardly have conversations about raising the boy child and how we can set them up for success in their foundation. So as an adult, they are not accused of being lazy. What can the now generation of parents do differently for the boy child? Especially because the suicide rates are really high. And so this is a problem that we actually need to worry about.
Just be a bit tougher on them. Not beating them.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because Kwambi father will hear tougher and they'll be like, oh, okay, slandom.
So my son is the youngest. He turned 7 in August. So every time I go to the north, I try to go with him. And he's a special child. He's autistic. So I try to put him in an environment where I know he's safe, but he's learning something that I can't teach him.
Yes.
Where there's other boys and he can pick up other stuff. Because your own child, and I keep telling people, until you have a child, you never really know how to love the next person. And when you love that person, at times you become blind on certain stuff that you are supposed to teach them. You let it slide because this is your diamond.
Yeah.
And before you know it, this person is 18. And you've been treating them, come here.
A baby.
And the world is not like that. I tell my friends, they know, like when I go to bed, I'm honestly okay if I don't wake up. I think I've done enough with my life. So I try to prepare my kids for the world that I'm not in. No one living this earth is here to live forever. So if we are going to treat our kids like we are going to be here every day, trust me, those kids are going to suffer. Be it a boy, be it a girl.
That's one thing that my grandmother told me when I gave birth. She said, you're not raising your child for yourself.
Yeah.
You're raising your child for the world in case you die while they are
So
young.
every now and then.
In case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then some of us, I lost my mom when I was 10, so it can happen. Excuse the flies, guys. They also want to be a part of the conversation.
So every now and then, we need to be just a bit tough on our kids.
Yeah.
Like find what they love. Remove that every once in a while.
Yes.
Just to put them in their place.
But you see now, like Bomba said, and that's what I'm talking about, there's an identity in his home.
They know what the principle in the Shiweda household is.
Exactly.
This is how things are done. This is what we present. But also, this is the kind of adult my father and my mother want me to become.
Exactly.
And because I seek the validation of my parents, I will strive to become that parent.
Exactly.
But if you're in a household where your father is a gambler and your mother is a chronic alcoholic, it's very difficult for you now to also have something to aspire to. And then that laziness and unproductivity then comes creeping in. Not because you are lazy, but just because you don't know what to do with your life. There's no guidance.
But like I always say, sometimes we are raised by a community.
Yeah.
You can never in isolation raise your children. You're lying to yourself. Your child is a product of the community, and that community is based on where you or who you introduce your kids to, who you put them around, what schools you take them to, who they get to meet. That is the community and the environment from which they also learn. So it is very important that if parents do not take a role in the home, especially the father, if a father is not leading the home, then the devil is.
Yes.
Because somebody has to lead that home. So if it's not you, it's not God, then it's the devil. And whatever you are not teaching your children, the world is teaching them. And because you are not telling them what is right, what is wrong, we do this in this house, we take this direction, because there's no direction in the home. The kids will follow whatever direction they get from the streets. And if they can relate to anything slightly relatable to them, that's what they will do. There was an example. There's always this example of two brothers that grew up with a drunkard of a father who was abusive. And one became a very successful man and the other one didn't. And he always blames his father. No, it's my father. So one day they were interviewed and they were asked, what did you pick up, or what made you who you are? How did you get to where you are? How did you become so successful? And you, how are you just like, your brother is the successful guy and you just became nothing. You're a drunkard, you're a drug addict. And the guy said, no, it's my father. My father was ABC. My father was what. And the other one said, you know what? I saw what my father was and I really didn't want to be that person. So I had to work to get out of it. So the environment that you grow up in, and if your father And I know we have very strong mothers that really, really do their best. And I think we are now really a lot of us are being led, or this world is being led by women who are trying to make a difference because the men are missing.
Yes.
You know, even at church, when I go to church, the men are missing, you know. So what country are we running when men are missing? So it's a female-based world or country, and the women are emotional beings. A woman can do the things that a man can do, but she's not designed to. She's not supposed to. Now we are forcing women to man up, and our male kids are softening up. They are becoming female. They are becoming female. They're becoming very emotionally.
Pause. Views and opinions expressed by Bustin are not necessarily those of the social shit.
Right.
But you know,
No, but
you
right.
can see the trend. You can see the trend.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you find mothers dressing up a 6-year-old boy in a dress. Oh, you're such a cute princess. What are you doing?
He wants to be a princess.
You are making your child a princess. What are you doing? Like, no, it doesn't work like that. And if the father is missing, if the father was in the house, that will never happen. The kids will be outside being tickled, playing American football, or they're playing soccer.
And also learning the power of his strength, because I think one of the things that societies do a lot is we like to celebrate the softness of the woman, but we don't like to also build the strength of the men constructively. And that's why the strength of men now is showing up in violence and all these other things, because they don't know how to constructively showcase their strength.
You don't know how to be masculine without being violent.
Yes.
That's where it comes from.
Now, we have, of course, been talking for a minute, and we could go on and on. But I would like to end this conversation off in a very constructive note. And Bomba, I'm going to start with you. There is a young person who's going to watch this episode, and they might feel like perhaps maybe I was being lazy for a couple of years, but I want to change my life now because I've been inspired by the conversation that the two of you had. There could be someone who's also sitting at home. They've done everything right, but the system is just not working for them. Whether it's employment, whether it's in terms of funding, whether it's even in terms of the social spaces. What would your constructive advice be to them? What are some of those things, and Baston, you can answer next, that they should focus on in order to turn their life into a productive one? Because it's never too late, like you, it was never too late for you to just stop the nonsense and turn your life around, because it's nice on the other side when you are productive and you're doing what you need to do, and you're also focusing on creating a legacy and generational wealth.
I think we need to stopping using the same formula, hoping for different results. Because we keep repeating the same things over and over, hoping that the results will be different. Like if you are doing something and it's not working out, change the formula. I can't remember when last I actually did plumbing work, but that's how I used to survive. You know, but I was surviving hand to mouth. I wasn't making any extra to save or anything. So I changed the formula. I went into another direction. I got into entertainment. I don't even know how I got into entertainment, honestly.
But we are happy we're
So the best thing, if you are doing something and you are not seeing results, change the formula. You know, and honestly, there's no universal formula for everyone. What worked for me might not work for you. You know, so let's also stop looking a lot outside. Look within yourself. Try something on your own, not because I did something or just tried this, I must also go try it. It might not work for you. So we need to break away from looking a lot outside. Look within yourself and talk to God. He always listens.
Because that's a basis upon which you can build a whole lot. Baston, final word.
I love what he said last, because that's what I base my household on. I'm always very adamant that me and my house, we will serve the Lord. But from my perspective, I just feel like we shouldn't always expect other people to do things for us. You know, like I explained earlier on that I had a 6-7 year plan while I was already in school. And I said, you know what, I want to do this because by this time I want to be where, you know, and it paid off. It doesn't always pay off for everyone because we have different directions, different passions. But I just feel like we should also stop, or our youth should stop comparing themselves to what they see on social media. Social media is a lie, you know. Most people are not that successful in their life. Now you want to be that successful, so you will never ever feel like what you are doing now is good enough. Because we are all about the fast life, the fast money. And I'm telling you now, nothing that makes you money fast will will keep you in this world. You'll be in jail.
Yeah.
That's basically
And we've
fast
seen a
money.
lot of people in
Fast money is dangerous. So we should learn to fail in the industries that we are passionate about, and we should learn to get up. Because I failed so many times to get to where I am now, where I feel like there's nothing success taught me in my life. Success made me a drunkard. There is nothing success taught me in my life. Failure taught me everything that I needed to know about life. It brought me to where I am today, where now I know that there is nothing you can throw on my side that I can't handle, that will bring me down. Because I have failed so many times. I know how to skip these hurdles. I know how to get to where I need to be. And it's like second nature. I don't think about it anymore. I just act, because I have failed to a point where I can't fail anymore. So yeah, basically that's what I have to say.
And being able to get up and drive again. Buster and Bomba, thank you very much for joining me on the first episode. You guys have contributed greatly into my journey as a YouTuber. But I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you everyone for watching. Remember, the Social Shift drops every Monday, and you should of course subscribe to my YouTube channel, Queen of Speech, where we will be engaging on one or the other topic that is concerning the youth that is a topic of importance. Now, I would just like to remind all of you that this would have not been possible if it wasn't for the Conrad Adenauer Foundation. And so we thank them for supporting the youth of Namibia in their endeavor, and of course making sure that we start having constructive conversation and that we ensure the social shift amongst the youth starts to happen. I'm Josie Epandwa, and until next week, I shall see you again with another topic where we unpack politics and whether political parties are failing the youth or not. Bye-bye. Yay!